Good Monday morning. It's the main event. I'm your humble host, Stephen McCollum. And of course, you know him as 17-year NFL veteran, 3 times Super Bowl champion with your Dallas Cowboys. And folks, he couldn't wait to get in here today because he wants to talk his Diamondbacks.
Want to talk my Diamondbacks, want to talk about my Sons, want to
Dale
talk about
Hellestray's in the house.
my 76ers, want to talk about my.
I just walked in and he was like, pep to his step.
Yep.
And I was like, you must not have watched those Diamondbacks games because, yikes.
I did miss yesterday's. Had the grandkids. So
You didn't miss much.
how about me? Steve? You know, I was pretty successful as an athlete, but yesterday
Just ask him, folks.
I said pretty. I've heard you say you were pretty successful.
No,
in
not in
Yeah,
athletics. No.
yeah.
I mean, I was good enough at my age, but
Yeah.
not good enough to compete with the big boys.
Okay. So I was pretty good.
In my small Mesa circle, I was pretty good.
Yeah, well, Mesa was the hotbed for soccer talent back in the day.
It was.
Yeah,
actually.
and so yesterday, I take the 2 older grandkids to church. We kind of found a new routine. We go to church, then we go to In-N-Out,
Oh,
and I'm proud to announce that Graham Tate, who is now 6,
did he do it?
has
Did he
been-
do it?
Has been on me for the last 2 or 3 visits. Papa, I'm ready for a double with cheese.
Okay, and you ordered it for him. Here's the big question of the day, folks. I'm waiting for this answer.
Yes.
Two-parter. Did he finish it? 1. 2, if he didn't, did you make him because you bought it for him?
I should have thought of this earlier when I got in here at 6:45 to prep for the show. I do have a video of it that I could give to Ethan.
Oh, yeah, we'll throw it over. We'll do it
to-
the second half of the show.
to show you the final bite.
Okay.
He
Did he get it?
inhaled a double.
Did he get his? Did you buy him a T-shirt because he ate like
I
the old
did not.
86er?
I did not. But
I don't think that's something you want to reward, right?
well, at 6 years old, a double. I
No,
mean,
that's
it's
big. I'll
it's
tell you
not
this: I'm 49 and I get a double, and I'm full when I
Yeah.
get done eating it.
Yeah, I eat that, and I mean, I have 3 or 4 fries, and I'm
Yeah,
done.
I get it. I don't even eat it with the fries. Yeah, and then but I get it spread only too. I don't get all the lettuce and all that stuff on it.
Okay,
don't-
6-year-old.
I don't like.
you and Grandma go have double
I don't-
together.
I don't like explosive diarrhea. I don't eat lettuce these days.
What?
No, I just get it spread only because it's just that spread is so addictive.
He's beef and cheese only,
Okay.
but yeah, super proud of him.
Hey, don't make fun of me because I eat like a 6-year-old.
You and him can go have a good lunch together.
double, only plain, and then we'll probably go for a side of mac and cheese afterwards.
But it was
That's fantastic.
yeah, so pretty proud of him.
He comes from a big family.
He's got a big papa, he's got a
Yes.
big daddy, and I think he's already got hooves. I call him his hooves. He's got some feet on him. But anyway, got to witness that. Beckett ate her single cheeseburger like a champ. And then I go home, go take him home, and then there's the 2-month-old little baby
Mhm.
Avery, just gotten up for a nap and plopped down and got to hold her for about 20 minutes, and her and I have an agreement, no fussing with Papa. And
Gee, did you make her sign paperwork
yeah,
for that?
well, I said, give me eye contact.
You go huddle up. Take a knee. Huddle up. Take a knee.
And she's been pretty darn good. Fed her a whole bottle and handed her back to Mom and clapped my hand and said, my work here is done and back home.
That's
So,
what you do.
yeah.
That's all you do on that. So that was good. That was what, Sunday? That was yesterday?
That was yesterday. And,
Good Sunday.
I completely missed the whole time back game. I don't know how that happened.
It started
but-
at 10. You didn't miss much.
Yeah,
It was-
well, I know.
When your bullpen's not good, your team generally not worth watching. Well, it's weird because I even missed some of it 'cause I forgot it started at 10:30 or whatever it
Yeah.
started. An East Coast team. So I tuned in and I was like, ugh. I turned to the NASCAR race. I was like, all right, enough of that. Turned to the NASCAR race.
Did
And
you
I paid attention to it and all that, but it
pick
wasn't
the
something.
winner?
No. No, nobody picked the winner yesterday.
Really?
Corey Heim got the win yesterday. That was he's just a young kid, not part-time on the Cup Series. Dominated the Truck Series yesterday and went out there and won yesterday at Indianapolis Motor Speedway of all places.
Right.
Crown Jewel race and everything. So young kid, this kid's special. This kid's going to be good. He's already good, but he's going to be good on the Cup Series. He's already shown it. Part-time guy just hopped into a car yesterday and went and won the dang thing.
How hard can it be, Steve? I mean, you got
can't be that hard.
Got a young kid winning a race. We got a 21-year-old winning in golf, and
yeah, I mean, isn't that amazing? I did catch some of that golf tournament. I saw, what was it, Friday? I think it was the 59. I had it on when that was happening.
yeah,
I had to come down to the studio and get some stuff done because we had some power issues. So an electrician had to come by. I didn't even tell you this. I almost electrocuted myself here on Thursday when you guys were doing the sports podcast.
right.
I was in the back. I touched the switch, man, and a big old spark happened. I felt weird the rest of Friday and some of Saturday.
Really?
I felt weird. The big shock. So electricians came on Friday, so I had to come hang out down here for a few hours while they were doing their work and everything. So I had the golf tournament on and was watching that. 59. And he went for that long putt, too.
Yeah.
He could have played it safe. And he was like, no, I'm going to get this. I'm going to get this. But the bigger thing about these golf tournaments is just amazing to me. I mean, this kid, like you said, did he just turn 21?
Yeah.
Like literally days before?
Yes.
And he held off Scotty Scheffler, of all people, to win this thing. Who was charging at him.
Yes.
There's something happening in the golf game right now. I'm leaning more towards the big pay guys just don't care anymore. I'm leaning more towards that. Meaning, hey, these, I'll play in this tournament, but I don't need them. I'm not talking to everybody. Like Scheffler still wants to win them. But the Rorys, the Live guys, the DeChambeaus, they just don't. I make millions of dollars doing this. I'm just not going to push to win these. I'm going to go for the majors only, and all these young kids are sticking their heads up right now. I think that's what's happening. I'm leaning more and more toward that theory over these young kids are beating these guys in all these tournaments this year. Because there's just been a lot of, not even young guys, but just guys that have, flailed at 25th, 50th, in the standings, all of a sudden winning tournaments when they've never come close to winning them before. I'm throwing it up there. We're seeing the older generation of golfers
well,
make their money and not want to play hard.
This kid's story, it's kind of fascinating. His name's Jackson Coyven.
Mm-hmm.
Went to Auburn. He could have turned pro last year. And what happens is a lot of these young phenoms, they get sponsor invites or whatever, exemptions,
and those go away. And those go away next year.
And he played a couple golf tournaments. I think he finished middle of the pack. He finished top 10 once. So he probably left close to $1 million on the table.
Mm-hmm.
And he had to make a decision. He went back to Auburn last year,
mm-hmm.
where they won the national championship as a team. He won all the individual awards, blah, 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 blah. And then he comes out his first tournament, or maybe this is his third as a professional, and he wins $1.6 million.
Just how it always works out.
Yeah. It should
show up.
25 under 4 days.
But like I said, it was even more impressive because of the guy that was chasing him.
Yeah.
He didn't have Joe Schmo behind him putting pressure on him. He had the greatest golfer of this generation chasing him.
Yeah, it's Scotty Scheffler, who shot a 63 yesterday right on his heels. And if he would have faltered at all.
Yeah, no, one mistake, and Scheffler would have overtaken him. It was fascinating, which is interesting because, like I said, it kind of happened on the NASCAR side of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, Corey Heim had Denny Hamlin racing behind him, Christopher Bell trying to challenge him. They just couldn't catch the guy. And it's just like there's just something. I've noticed it in sports in general. Like we're seeing in the NFL, this big transition from the old-time quarterbacks to all these younger generational guys that, are in their primes right now or younger coming into the league and stuff like that. It's just we're going through this transition right now. It's fascinating to watch.
Well, to tell the listeners a little bit that don't listen to your
the pit stop Wednesdays.
You said that the guy who won yesterday was usually a truck driver.
Well, he was in the truck series last year and dominated the heck out of that.
Okay.
So this year he left the truck series part-time down there, but he's a part-time cup rider. He's getting a full ride next year, a full season ride next year.
Okay.
So he's just racing a few races. He won San Diego for that race on the Cup Series. He won yesterday as well. Yeah, just a young kid that's really good at what he does and beating the guys that are more experienced, the guys on, it's just the talent level, you know, between the young guys and the older guys. I'm finding it fascinating right now, just in terms of the sports side of things.
Right.
You even seen that, like, if you want to include the WNBA in that, a lot of younger WNBA gals are starting to stick their heads up and play well. Obviously, Caitlin Clark and things like that. It's just we're seeing a transition, and it's fascinating to me to see this transition because, like, is it possible to live ruin golf? What I mean by that is, like, not everybody took the money, but then they started changing those PGA Tour rules, Well, you got to
Right.
play in the big events. The other events we don't care about anymore. We got to play in the signature event.
Right.
So then all of a sudden the guys are like, I golf too much. I'm going to start golfing less, which will affect you over time. Kind of the same concept, right? NFL, we see it all the time. Guys are making money and then they're going, I'm retiring. Well, you're 27 years old. That's okay. I made enough money to survive off of and go live a healthy life afterwards,
Right.
and stuff like that. It's fascinating to watch these. There's some transition happening in sports right now. It is. There's something weird. I've caught on to it. I've noticed it. Like even in baseball, it's all young pitchers right now. Name an old time pitcher in baseball that you're like, I gotta watch this guy.
Right.
No, it's all these young kids coming up that you pay attention to. Not just the Diamondbacks, just around baseball. There's a changing of the guard right now. Now the guys coming up are going to be the first people, with these new rules. So they're going to be adjusted to it. Whereas it looks like to me, the older generation playing these sports are like, I made my money. I'm just going to coast. I'm going to try to win the majors, but I'm just going to coast. And the young guys are like, nah, like Scheffler's kind of in the in-between. I'm
Right.
talking about the Rorys and those older guys. I don't know. It's just fascinating, man. I enjoy watching this. Anytime you need more young guys winning, you can't have the same 4 or 5 guys winning all the time or people tune out. Now, at the same time, you can't have a bunch of nobodies and nobody knows winning all the
Right.
time because people will tune out. So good luck straddling that medium. Yeah, so that was a fun weekend. So
Yes.
I don't know if you caught that with the grandkids yesterday as well. Dale, other than my electrocution, I did nothing this weekend. I had a nice, relaxing weekend all weekend.
I thought you had some excitement in the neighborhood. You're
Well,
out
that had nothing to do with me.
You're out for your morning jog? or-
No, it was afternoon on Friday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody, landscapers were working at somebody's house. They just have the truck and the
Yeah.
trailer, and sitting. I was actually here when it went down.
Oh, okay.
But all of a sudden, I'm getting all these messages and everything because I'm on the HOA board and whatnot. People are like, "This car driving through the neighborhood with a big police chase," and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, "What do you want me to do about it? What are you telling me for?" So I got home. And I got to see the aftermath, all the cop cars and people arrested and all of that stuff. And they drove through like common area grass and everything and
Right.
knocked the trailer over. So there's just debris everywhere throughout the neighborhood and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah. CSI was there doing all the, whatever in the car. They could tie it to these guys. Even though they caught them in it, you still have to do all that stuff. It was fascinating. That was excitement. And neighborhood was a buzz.
See some excitement on a Friday?
Yeah, on a Friday. Too much excitement for me. But then I had to go around and like look for damage, take pictures, send them off. I didn't have to. I just volunteered.
Did they cause any damage?
No, they rolled through the grass. Like you can see, you can see where they drove through the grass and things. Like they're, where they spun the wheels and stuff. There's some bald spots, but I mean that's it. Nothing major. I mean, where they rode through, like we have a playground, right? They could have hit the playground set. We have where they went through it. They call it Castle Park. There's like this brick wall and it builds like a castle type thing. Like I don't know how they missed that with the trailer. From the way I'm assuming they were driving, didn't hit that even. Yeah, it was fascinating. A couple trees got taken out.
Okay. And these were young kids.
Yeah, I saw pictures of them. I saw them, but they're in the car by then. But I saw pictures of them. I'm not going to say they were teenagers, but they weren't. I mean, they were 18, 19, 20, something like that. So I sent everything. The reason why I did all that was the property management lady was already home for the day. And I was like, don't drive all the way here.
Right.
I'll just do it real quick for you. So that was easy to do and everything. But yeah, so now she's got to get the police report and do all that stuff. So yeah, we'll see. I want to know what their names are. Are they part of that whole ring that stole my white car? Are they coming back into the neighborhood?
Oh.
Thursday night, interesting enough, people were going around the neighborhood breaking into cars that were parked outside at like 2 a.m. A lot of people were posted about that and called the police on that. So now the question is it the same people? Is that the ring, the head of the ring is going through, he probably just got sentenced, I think, but he was looking at like 15 years in prison and stuff like that. Where he had a bunch of people stealing cars and breaking into cars and stuff like that, and they bring him all the stuff, and then they tell him where to take him to. That's how the guys that stole my car got caught, was they stole it, took it to this guy, and this guy goes, take it down to the border. People on the other side of the border that'll take it. That's what they were trying to do, type of stuff. Yeah, they caught the ringleaders, but the little kids around again. We got to get the names on it. They have all the list of the suspects in that, so I want to see if they're coming back again. Yeah, but that's my excitement around my neighborhood.
Right.
Yeah. Yay. I don't live up on the mountainside where,
Yeah, we don't allow that in our neighborhood.
No, we don't allow it either. I mean, not like we do it.
We don't allow the riffraff.
Other than that, quiet weekend. I got a busy week coming up here. Spider-Man opens this weekend. We got to figure out how to watch that. Your Rattlers start their quests for another championship this weekend.
On a Sunday?
On a Sunday in Las Vegas. Yeah, we'll talk about that coming up. Diamondbacks lose 2 of 3. We'll show you where they stand in the wild card standings. And reportedly, I haven't checked it, but according to D-backs Insider IG, according to Diamondbacks prospects, all Twitter accounts out there, Ketel Marte has cleared his Instagram of almost all of his D-backs content. And he no longer follows the Arizona Diamondbacks. I haven't checked it. I haven't verified it. A couple people are reporting that this morning.
You know what's so fascinating about that? Because I can still remember the day when Kyler Murray did that. When he took down all the Arizona Cardinals on his Instagram or whatever. And with my former partner and I, we're both older.
Because you guys are old.
We were like, okay, who cares? That doesn't mean anything. Your boy, Jason Carter, on the other side of the glass said, guys, you don't realize what this means. And we didn't. We had no clue that when somebody goes and does that they're sending a clear and present message.
What the young people do.
To their employer.
Dale, that's how I find out if people are break up in their relationships or not on Facebook. Is all of a sudden the picture of the other person ain't around no more. Like you stop seeing them post with them, and then I scroll back a little bit, and I'm like, oh, they're nowhere on this feed at all.
Wow,
that's just how people do it nowadays. Send that message.
So
and it hurts.
I have not heard his name mentioned at all in the trade market. Have you?
No.
So, but he's obviously hearing something or sending them a message saying, I want to be traded? What is that?
Well, I mean, this could go back to when he was scratched. What game was he scratched on last week? Was that Thursday's game? What I don't get it was the 23rd. When was the 23rd? Yeah, it was Thursday's game. They put the lineup out. What I don't get is the Diamondbacks put a lineup out. And then within the hour, they're taking his name out and scratching him and putting somebody else in to start.
Do you think he's ever been scratched when he wants to play?
No, that's what my argument was on Thursday. Now he does have a bad back. I can tell you this. Leading up to that Thursday game, he had heating pads on his back and was working on his back. So he was having back tightness and stuff leading up to that game. But my argument is this. You're in the lineup. That tells you the team you're there, you're batting practice, you're working out. 90 minutes for game time, you got to put that lineup out, whatever it is. Right. 2 hours for game time. The team's expecting you to play. You only get scratched for one reason. You say you can't go, and the team goes, okay. Or you get hurt leading up to it.
Right.
That doesn't happen anywhere else. If they're even sembly sore or hurt, teams just won't put you in the lineup that day. So I took it as, and I put it out on Twitter, I took it as he probably asked out of that game. He probably, after the lineups came out, he probably went, I'm not playing today. Because he doesn't like to play with discomfort. I know you could tell lovers are going to be mad at me for saying this, but the guy is mentally weak. And that's fine. It's just, if you want to be great at something, you can't be mentally weak. You play through injuries. You play through discomfort, stuff like that. And it's a continued pattern with him. But I don't get why the Diamondbacks have to be doing it on purpose. Like, they're not doing it on purpose where they're putting him in the lineup and then taking him out. Because if they would have just sat him that day, we would all be like, oh, Marte's out. Needs a day off. Some people would have grumbled about it, but you go, oh, he's off that day. Whatever. But when you put him in the lineup and take him out, everybody goes, here we go again. Maybe it has to do with that, Dale. Maybe there was a tough conversation that happened after they were like, we're not doing this anymore. This is the last time we're doing it.
And so he's taking down his Instagram. Do you think he's trying to force a trade, Steve? Is that what you're reading into this?
So I'm looking. So I just went to Instagram. Because like I said, I did not confirm it before. I just saw somebody yesterday say it, and then I saw somebody this morning say that he's taken everything off of the Diamondback side.
I just heard from your son that
he says it's true.
I trust him more than you.
Well, he knows how to. I'm looking it up, and I don't know how to work it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this right now. I'm flipping through it. I don't see any Diamondback stuff out there.
Really?
On his page, just flipping through it right now. Yeah.
Why?
Yep. Look at that. One picture. I know it's hard to see. One picture on his Instagram, Dale. One.
And it doesn't have Diamondbacks?
No, he's in regular clothes.
Huh.
One picture. Yeah. So, he's mad, obviously. He's obviously upset about something. But like you said, get rid of the guy, man. Trade him. We're 6 days from the trade deadline.
Right. Well,
but you can't trade him. He's 10-5. He's going to have to dictate where he goes. So if you weren't going to get what you should get for one of the best second basemen in the game last year, you're certainly not getting it this year with 10-5 player, where he can dictate where he goes.
But if he's sending a message to the Diamondbacks, isn't that also telling you that he'll probably waive that?
Only to the team he wants to go to. That's my point. So let's say I'm just going to throw out a team and say Yankees because I watched that Phillies-Yankees series over the weekend and last night. Let's say he wants to go to the Yankees. Well, the Yankees are going to go, well, he's only coming here, so we're only going to give you this for him. We're not going to give you a ton. Yeah. So that's what I woke up to today, Dale. Dale Martin followed everybody. Autumn says, straight out of the Kyler Murray playbook of negotiations.
Yeah.
It's all the young people out there. It's how you protest nowadays. At least Jacoby Brissett didn't do that.
No.
And Jacoby Watch. Hold on. Jacoby Watch is officially over. Robert says, Facebook, old people internet. Yeah, that's why we're on it.
As soon as old people catch up with the younger group, they start a new group.
Ethan confirmed it there on the YouTube chat. And then Robert says, Marte is 10-5. He has to approve any trade. Yeah, but that's the question that you got, Dale. Is by him not doing it, was there a tough conversation last week that he didn't like? Because Torey's talked about this a lot. Was it last year, maybe? Maybe it was the year before. I think it was last year. Oh, it was last year, after the All-Star break fiasco. Yeah. And Torey said, he didn't use the term, I'll use the term, he has to walk on eggshells around Ketel Marte. If you force him to do something, he shuts down. Is how I would phrase that. So if he's not feeling, he's a player that wants to be 100% before he plays.
Right.
So if he's not feeling it, he doesn't want to play, you can't force him to do it because he'll just shut down out there. Just got to be frustrating for everything.
Yes,
right?
It's got to be hugely frustrating.
And, yeah.
And he's talented enough that you're going to put up with a certain amount of it.
You'll put up with the distraction side of it, but you can't put up with. Just equate it to your Deion story when Deion came to the Cowboys. You can only put up with that so long before you can equate it to Pavin Smith and Zach Gallen. I'm sorry, folks. Diamondbacks are like 8-2 since they waived Pavin Smith.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, here's the scary thought: if they were to push and make the playoffs because Kepler can't play, guess who's going to come up and be their left-handed bat unless they make a move at the trade deadline? Pavin Smith, because he's stuck with the minor league team and stuff like that. But this has gone from, you tell Marte's being babied within the organization and gets to do what he wants to something has happened. And this is our first confirmation that something's happened.
That's so weird.
Behind the scenes.
That's still so weird to me.
Well, the equivalent back when you played would be somebody
coming out and saying something.
Yeah, just coming out and saying something.
Hey, I don't agree with the
Go
way
to the
that they're treating me.
microphones.
Especially with him. Well, what does he have to lose? Like you said, 10-5. And the thing is, this is not a year where he's hitting 307.
No.
You know, he has 24 home runs.
Last year would have been the year.
You know, he's batting 254 as of this morning.
Hey, needs a change of pace there. Change of whatever. You're not going to get the value for him if you unload him. There's no doubt about that. But at the same time, it's an addition by subtraction in terms of the attitude and stuff like that. But something's going on, man. Well, Derek Hall came in. Did he come out last week? He came out and apologized for the way they were playing. Oh, maybe it was a week and a half ago when they were.
Yeah,
struggling.
they've been not better than last week.
Yeah, so he apologized for how they were playing and stuff like that. Who takes the blame for that? Your star players. Ketel Marte takes the brunt of it and stuff. So there you go. There's your Monday morning breaking news. I was going to start with Jacoby Brissett, and then I saw that nonsense going on there as well. Something's happened. We're 6 days from the trade deadline. This team just lost 2 of 3 in Washington. This schedule doesn't get easier on this road trip either, coming up here. And now your second baseman has done the unthinkable. Acts like he doesn't know you.
Done the unthinkable.
Acts like he doesn't know you.
Oh, I just modern day athletes.
How do you think he should end? Should he go public? Would it be better to go public?
If he's got an issue, because now it's just going to leave everybody guessing. You know.
No, that's the thing though. Does it leave you guessing? Because somebody made him upset.
He's upset but what?
Oh,
and who?
We rarely hear that.
And
stuff.
how?
Like Kyler Murray, we knew it was because he wanted a long-term big contract. We knew why he was doing it.
Did anybody check Jacoby Brissett's Instagram?
Jacoby's an old guy. He's not doing that. He ain't playing that nonsense. So that's what we woke up to this morning. Is that nonsense?
And you got a team here who's a game clear of third place or third spot in the wild
with how bad they played in Washington Saturday and Sunday. They're right there. Throw up the NL West standings, if you would, Ethan, for us there. Now, you're still in that third spot, and you're a game up still. So as bad as you played in those last 2 games, you're still 6-4 in your last 10. Mm-hmm. You're 4 games over 500, and now you've lost 2 in a row. Now you got the Pirates coming up. You have a chance to further, the Nationals. You kept them in this by letting them win 2 out of the 3, so they're still in this. You could have knocked them way down. Now you got a chance to do it with the Pirates right now with 3 coming up against. Is it 3 again? It's 3 against them, I believe.
Yes.
You had a chance to do it against them. So what are you upset about? Other than you're not getting your way behind the scenes like you used to. I mean, just my perception of Ketel Marte is, guy doesn't like to be challenged. Guy just likes to be like, I don't know. It's interesting though. I think if I had a guess, it has something to do with him being scratched from the lineup on the 23rd. Something was said that he's upset about. It might even been before that. Maybe that's why he scratched himself from the lineup if that indeed happened. But you're still in it, third place. What are you upset about? You're right where you need to be. Now, again, last year this team was fighting for a playoff spot, and he took a few days off when they were fighting for the spot. Remember, he fouled that ball off his shin bone. Had to take a couple days off because he wasn't feeling right in the playoff push. So there you go, Dale. You're today's athletes.
That's a little confusing to me.
I like how Dale gets so baffled by this.
Yeah.
I agree. It's stupid. That's how you do it. I'm telling you, man. That's how people do it. I'm telling you. You can ask Autumn. Autumn laughs at me all the time. Because there's people, I have people on my Facebook feed that I haven't seen in 20 years. And I'll be scrolling through it and I'll be like, oh, they're not married anymore. Or they're going through a breakup. Where's their boyfriend or girlfriend at? And it's just because you start, it just pops up. I don't look for it. It just pops and you start noticing especially with girls, all these sayings start popping up, like respect yourself, find yourself. And you're like, uh-oh, trouble in paradise. And you click on it, you scroll up, and you're like, no picture. Ooh, all gone. Ooh, all gone. That's how people do it nowadays. Remember the old days when you had to cut them out of the picture? Now you just hit delete. Delete. Is there a mass delete button where you can just get rid of all the pictures of everybody? Like can you just?
I don't know. I've never even.
You have to go through each individual one.
That.
I wouldn't waste my. I wouldn't. Ethan said you have to go. I wouldn't waste my time going through each one. That's ridiculous. I'm not going to spend that time on somebody that's I want gone. It's dumb to spend that much time on them. Jeez. But anyway, Dale, that's what we wake up to today.
Yeah, there you go. So
great golf story. Over the weekend, great NASCAR story, and then Ketel Marte followed the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, but you also then you it's kind of like Jerry Seinfeld said. He said I always even out. So Ketel Marte takes down Instagram with the Diamondbacks and Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, and he comes back.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about it. We're going to get in depth on the Cardinals. Second hour, top of the second hour, because
you've got to be happy.
they did what they should have done.
Right.
But why did it take this long?
Therein lies the question.
That's what we need to discuss today. That's what we need to discuss.
Well, I told you on Friday, I went by the training site. There were bulldozers.
You sent me that, and then 20 minutes later, Mark Dalton puts out on Twitter pictures of the things moving.
Dirt being moved, Steve.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's moving, to where they can start putting buildings. They're just moving.
Dalton said they're leveling it out. So he said the practice field sides will be starting to be leveled out this week. Is what he put in his post there. I don't follow him either, so it must have just popped up because you texted me or something, and my phone went, "Oh, find Cardinals practice facility stuff." Does anybody really think the practice facility? Everybody are having the hopes up on, well, they'll finally be good at practice facility stuff again. So that people will want to come here. Really? You think that's going to change it? When you're arguing with the guy you anointed the starter over $15 million, which for a starting quarterback, Dale, that's a decimal. That's a rounding error.
Really $10 million.
Well, 10, yeah, exactly. Bumped it up there, yeah. So we'll get into that conversation coming up here as well. Anything else to add on the Diamondbacks other than just utter disappointment this weekend? Now Washington's a good team. Don't get me wrong, but it goes to my whole point here. You want to make the playoffs, you need to beat teams like the Nationals, and they couldn't do it.
But Steve, they'd won 8 out of 10.
You got to beat teams like the Pirates coming up here.
Yeah.
You got to do it. There's no more of this losing 2 out of 3 against these teams. You had a chance to put so much distance. Now I know there's plenty of baseball left, but put so much distance between you and the 2 teams chasing you with the Nationals and now the Pirates, and you couldn't do it. It's frustrating. With 6 days left on the trade deadline on top of it.
Right.
That sends a whole nother message as well. I was reading over the weekend. Hazen's like, maybe we'll leverage some of our young guys and trade them for a younger guy or other younger guys that can play in the big leagues now at certain positions. And I'm like, what? No, go get an established left-handed bat that can play in the playoffs. Let's do that. Our first baseman. Let's do that. Although Locklear's been playing well. Woo.
Yeah, Steve, you got to remember, because you forget very quickly the success. They were 10-2 until they went into this weekend series. So they're 10-4. That's pretty good baseball.
No, it is. It is. But again, then we wake up today. Yeah, I could tell Marte's upset about something. Right? And then they look terrible in yesterday's game. Looked kind of terrible on Saturday's game on top. The bullpen fell apart is the bigger point here than anything else. And you're just like, 6 days to go till the trading deadline. I've heard from baseball players the trade deadline, especially the closer you get to it, can really mess up some players. Because they either know they're on the trading block or they think they might be, and so they either try push too hard, or they get distracted and stuff like that. That could have just been what happened this week.
Well, again, I don't follow it that closely. Has his name come up with possible trades?
Nope. Nice.
I thought once the 10-5 thing happened,
he has to approve anything you do. So Marte pretty much has to go to him and go, I want to be traded. I want to go to these 3 teams. And then I'm sure his agent or somebody would reach out and be like, hey, Yankees, are you interested? Because he wants to come to you. Hey, whoever else. I'm just saying Yankees. Because, right. They're just the team on top, my Philly, he wants to come play for you. Are you guys interested to make a trade for him? And he'll waive it for you. Type of a deal, right? That's how it's got to go down. No, but it brings me to my next point. No rumors or anything.
Right.
Tells me
something
internally happened that upset him to where he had to go and take down his Instagram site, which is more alarming to me.
It should have been a batting practice.
It's not that. It's just I think we've seen with Pavin Smith and his struggles, Zach Gallen his struggle. I think we've seen what somebody struggling can do in the locker room with this team. That worries me. A non-focused Ketel Marte is a dangerous thing. All the talent in the world, man. Hopefully he can figure it out, Dale. That's all I can say about that.
Yeah.
Disappointing to read that this morning. I thought we're going to come in, even with the 2 losses, I thought we're going to come in and be like, woohoo, let's do it. 2 down, but you got the Pirates now, let's do it. Now you're like, oh, Marte hates this team.
Or something about the team.
Oh, no. So there's your Diamondbacks update. I mean, I don't know what else to say about the Diamondbacks. Like you said, successful run. Other than the bullpen starting to worry me a little bit, Sewald had, what, is that Friday night Sewald had the good save? I forget my days now. By the way, we're back to 5 days a week starting this week as well. But Sewald had the save. I think it was Friday. He had the save there and everything. But Robert says, very stalkerish, Big Steve. Well, thank you. Autumn says, Robert, he's ridiculous about it. Oh, you're talking about my Facebook? It's not stalking when it hits my Facebook feed.
Who's stalking it?
They're calling me a stalker. Autumn calls me a stalker, too. Because I follow people's lives on Facebook. Look, it's that or I have to talk to them to find out what's up. I'd rather scroll anonymously on Facebook to find out about their lives than actually have to pick up the phone and text them or something. That's all I'm going to say. It's not stalkerish when it just pops up. I'll go looking for it.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. I don't go looking for. I just know I notice things. I just notice things. I notice trends. And that's one trend I noticed. All of a sudden, somebody's missing. Oh my God, this is my worst thing about the Christmas holiday. If you're taking pictures and with somebody for Christmas, they better be there in Valentine's because they're posting it all over their feed, Dale, constantly on their feed. Oh, me and Greg are having a great Christmas. We're doing this for Christmas. Me and Greg get along so great. Thousands of pictures about you and Greg or you and Susan. And then less than 2 months later, Valentine's Day come and there's no Greg, no Susan. You owe us an explanation. is what you owe us. We had to sit there and look at all of your nonsense and all your posts and everything and how happy you are. And then they're gone less than 2 months later. No, we need an explanation. That's what we need. You need to do a little blurb on what happened.
Steve wants to know.
Steve must know because something happened, Dale. Just like something's happened with Ketel Marte with the team.
Wow. Thought everybody was happy. Everybody's looking forward to the.
Last week there was no complaints. Everybody's playing well. Everybody's happy.
Yeah.
You know, there's hope in the organization again, and everybody's hopeful. They're gonna possibly buy during the break coming up here, and then you saw Hazen over the weekend go, well, we got Gallen coming back, and maybe we won't be buying. You know, we'll have to see what we do because we have guys coming back. We have Martinez coming back, and so he started that nonsense of, hinting it out there that I'll put it this way. The only reason the Diamondbacks aren't going to buy, I think, coming up, in 6 days is because the market's too expensive for them. And then they're going to fall back. Here's my point, though. They're going to fall back on but we're getting, we're getting guys back. Martinez is coming back. Lawler's coming back. They're going to they'll lean on that when the market's too expensive for them to get guys in here. That's what they're going to do if they don't get anybody. Yeah.
So if they kiss and make up, does Ketel then put all the Diamondback stuff back up?
Well, I don't know.
How's that work?
Does Ketel look like a guy that forgives easy?
I have no idea what Ketel's like.
I just have a feeling Ketel it's going to sound like I'm knocking him, but there's a certain level of player that when something gets in their craw, it just never leaves. There's a certain level of player and he seems to me to be that type of player. Where it's just like, oh, you did me wrong. I'm out of here. I don't want to be here anymore. I'm not saying that's the case with him right now. I'm just saying he seems like that type of player. Yeah. Robert says, having the young guys back-to-back in the rotation is wearing on the bullpen. Guys are being overused? Yeah. And where was Cabrera at during that stretch, too, on top of it? But that's the problem, though, right? They both pitched well. Brat and I forget the other kid's name. They pitched well. They went 5-something innings, kept them in the games. Robert also says, plus they're up against the tax threshold, only about $10 million away. Yeah, you're not getting a big bat. You know what you're getting? J-Mart and Zach Gallen back into the lineup.
Well, I don't know about Zach Gallen, but J-Mart would be a nice addition, wouldn't he?
Oh, I hear he's dealing. Yeah, when he's throwing. Yeah, I hear he's doing really well. I forgot who pitched yesterday. It was wasn't it Drake? Yeah, it was Drake yesterday.
Isn't Drake a character?
He's a rapper or singer.
Oh, that's right.
Canadian. Yeah, he went 4 innings and gave up 4 earned runs yesterday. But that's fine. But then Losiaga goes in, gives up 2 earned runs in his 1 inning of work. Garcia goes in, gives up 2 earned runs in his inning of work. Ginkel goes in, gives up 1 earned run in it. Oh, Dale, you want to talk something happier?
Yeah, well, I get you are just so ridiculous sometimes.
Sometimes.
You
Ketel Marte has unfollowed this team on Instagram. It doesn't get more serious than this. All hands on deck. Red alert. Tier whatever the highest threat level is. The green, whatever it is. The red, whatever the highest threat level is. We are there. If we were on a sub, we'd all be bracing for an incoming torpedo about to hit with us.
With a nuclear head?
It's serious, Dale. It is time to stop monkeying around about this. That's how serious we've gotten. And followed him on Instagram. This is just nonsense.
Will somebody ask him about that today?
No, because I have my own thoughts about the media and that stuff. Somebody might ask
His interpreter?
Well, that's the problem. You're not going to get to Marte, but who talks to Tori about it? And what roundabout answer do you get from Tori? Because Tori gives you different answers with Ketel Marte to kind of tell you how he's feeling. Like last year, you could tell, I think he was tired of Ketel Marte's stuff at one point last year.
Right.
Because he couldn't say it, but you could tell by the way he was answering stuff that he was like, I'm done with this. I think last year wasn't it last year when the way he was answering it, we were like, ooh, Hazen's controlling this situation. I think that was last year we figured
After
that
the
out.
All-Star fiasco.
I think we figured it out last year where Tori, he goes to Hazen. Hazen said, well, we're not going to play him after the lineup's out or whatever type of a thing. But yeah. So Dale, stop acting like this is just another Monday morning. It
isn't.
Dale's like that meme with the fires all around that guy, and he's just like drinking. That's Dale right now, folks. 5-alarm fire right here. Every city, other cities are responding. It's so big of a fire going on right now about the situation. We have airplanes landing and loading up with that red crap to come and help with the fire. This is how crazy it is.
Wow.
Dale's just like, it's only an unfollow.
Wow.
You know the time it takes to unfollow all the pictures? Not like you just go out. You have to like actually
That's what I'm saying.
consciously
you should have
do
been out
it.
taking batting practice.
You have to consciously do it, Dale. I want to know if he was on the plane when he did it. Like, was he on the plane from Washington to Pittsburgh, and he's just like sitting back there just steaming?
Oh no, that's a pretty short flight. Does he have enough time?
I don't know how many pictures he had up. Or was he like in the locker room after the game, just angrily hitting the buttons? There you go. Your Diamondbacks update here on this Monday morning, folks.
So now we're in panic mode, according to young Steven.
Not panic mode, but we're in things just got worse mode. Look at this. This is what drives me nuts about. I can keep going on. This is what does me nuts about a Tory team. You just can't have success. They've literally gone 10-2 going into this weekend series. 10-4 now.
Yeah.
And now we got the star player unfollowing everybody on Instagram. What? We just can't have success.
Can't have good things.
Seriously, it's like, oh, we're doing too good, guys. Somebody screw this up. Somebody do something to screw this up. I feel like that's what they're doing in the Diamondbacks organization right now. Who wants to do it? And Dale's over here just, oh, nothing's wrong. He's fine.
Well,
They're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Fine. We're fine.
I'm going to give him this week.
Well, you got 6 days till the trade deadline.
I'm going to give him this week. And then we can have the conversation on Friday.
Is it based off of how they play this week against the Pirates
Yeah.
and who they got after the Pirates? I think it's Cleveland. Yeah, Cleveland.
Yes.
So you're gonna wait and you're gonna see how they play Pirates in Cleveland.
Yes.
All right. Before you start to panic.
And if something comes out with Marte.
That's the other side. Here's the other side of it. Somebody's feeding this stuff to the media. They did it earlier this year. They did it last year outside of the team circles. Those people, how do I phrase it? Those people will probably be speaking soon directly to the media outside of circles with what's going on. Now, do people or is this a Kyle Shanahan situation where nobody reports on the car accident that he was in for 11 days? The media just eats it. They don't want to report on it.
Why would they not want to report?
Well, that's why I think whoever did it earlier this year went to Bob Nightingale. It's because they didn't trust the local guy. It's somebody that's been around the league a long time and knows Bob because he's a national guy. But it also tells me it's somebody that might not think the local guys will do the justice of following up on it.
Right.
That's what that told me. A veteran guy that's been around the league a long time and stuff to that effect. If it was a young kid, probably local media would probably be the ones to break it. But trust them? Who's the leader on this team to come out with the Marte Sago 2026 number 2? We're running out of names on these Marte Sagas.
Well, who is the leader of this team? Therein lies a problem.
Name him. I know. Name one of them. I mean, Corbin Carroll, I think when the team goes as Corbin Carroll goes, but that doesn't necessarily make you the leader. Corbin Carroll's not a vocal guy, if you don't know. He's very quiet. So he's not a vocal leader, but maybe he leads by on the field kind of a situation. But yeah, who's the big leader on this team? Name him. Is it Perdomo? Arenado?
Well, you think Arenado by age and stature, but he's only been here half a year.
That's the issue. Now the young guys will look up to him because of what he's done, future Hall of Famer stuff to that effect. But is he able to speak those things? I don't know. Fascinating D-back story here to start the show as well, Dale. All that, and we wasted the whole hour talking about Marte. Yeah, the Diamondbacks.
You wasted the whole hour.
Ruined my life. Just ruined my life.
I tried to move on 18 times.
Let's take a quick break. Come back. We'll do a short segment to wrap up our first hour. No, so happy about the Diamondbacks. Now I'm back to now I remember why the Diamondbacks drive me nuts. Come on back, folks. And we're back here. Main event. Let's move to happy things. We got playoff football starting this weekend.
Is it happy?
Better than what we just had to talk about. I'm following on Instagram. What if any of the Rattlers players unfollow the Rattlers on Instagram?
Not going to the playoffs.
Throw the Western standings up there for me in the IFL. It is official now after last weekend. We knew this was what it was going to be before the weekend's games. San Diego has the number 1 seed there, home games throughout, as long as they're alive. Vegas Nighthawks in second, Arizona Rattlers third, Tucson Sugar Skulls in fourth. Interesting enough, San Diego and Tucson played over the weekend. Fascinating story there. But hey, look at this. This is even more fascinating to me. 13-3 San Diego, 12-4 Vegas, 11-5 Rattlers. Womp womp. 7-9 Tucson in the playoffs.
Yeah.
We have an under 500 team in the West side of it coming into this playoffs as well. Now, Tucson lost to San Diego over the weekend. I believe that was in San Diego as well. So San Diego plays Tucson. Vegas Knights play the Rattlers. Of course, Rattlers go to Vegas this weekend on Sunday. Tucson goes to San Diego on Sunday night for their games here in the West. So we'll focus on the East later on. Just want to set the stage here for the playoffs coming up as well. Schedule this weekend, and I don't get this at all. Only one game on Saturday, and this Tulsa Oilers, Jacksonville Sharks. Jacksonville Sharks are the 2 seed. They might be the best team in the East. This is going to be fun to watch.
Right.
Then you go, that's 7 p.m. Eastern, so 4 p.m. our time on Saturday here, Tulsa and Jacksonville. Then on Sunday, it starts with the Green Bay Blizzard and the Orlando Pirates at 2 Eastern, so that's 11 o'clock a.m. our time. Green Bay's a really good team as well. Green Bay Jacksonville would be fun to watch in the second round of the playoffs there coming up if they make it there. Then your Arizona Rattlers play the Vegas Nighthawks on Sunday, 2:30 p.m. our time out here. And then you got Tucson at San Diego at 6 p.m. our time, 9 p.m. Eastern time to wrap up the first round of the playoffs. Dale, I don't get the schedule, but whatever. They don't
Well, again, they're going up against nothing on the weekend, right?
But why not have 2 on Saturday? I know there might be arena issues and stuff. I'm not taking that into account, but
well, and you got to remember that the fact that it's happened in Arizona before, or a concert or truck series or something's been scheduled for one of the arenas, and instead of playing on Saturday, Sunday, they've had to play on Monday.
I know. And now Glendale's all mad because they've been holding the playoff date.
Yeah.
Now they don't get one.
It's darned if you do, darned if you don't.
They can get one if Tucson upsets San Diego and they beat Vegas. They can get a home game.
It happened a couple years ago.
Yeah, but they won it. Yeah. It's like, what? What just happened? So that's your IFL weekend and playoffs, at least for the Western Standard. Yahoo Sports Network is where that game's going to be. Because I told you, I was like, ooh, might cruise up there for that game. But it's Sunday at 2:30. I mean, get over at 5:30.
Yeah,
You don't do opposing press conferences. Like Guy doesn't talk.
You'll be home at 11.
Yeah, home for 11. That's a good idea. Yeah, here we go. Bill's trying to talk me.
You leave it. What? You can leave at 8.
You want to come with me?
No,
Why not?
because I know your son wants to go.
Well, so we all can go. He's all nope. He doesn't even want to drive across town to go see him over there. There you go. Your Rattlers playoffs start this weekend for the IFL. Get ready for your NFL season. Watching the IFL.
With some playoff IFL.
These are going to be fantastic. Vegas swept the Rattlers over the year. Rattlers I think they either had the lead or they were definitely in the game against Vegas the first time they played, and that was when the coaches started the shoving match. And then it all went downhill for the Rattlers after that. Then they played in that New Jersey, that mall, and the Arizona had the lead. We're dominating that game. And then, lots of interceptions happened. And then they lost that game. So the Arizona Rattlers can play against Vegas. And by the way, Jaden Delore, old Arizona quarterback there for Vegas, playing this weekend as well. Now, Tucson, 0 chance against San Diego, I would say. 0.
You would think.
But you never know. It's the playoffs.
Yes.
You never know what's going to happen coming up here. But the Rattlers do have a chance to upset Vegas.
Who will start for Arizona?
Myler's been getting the start.
Okay.
They changed their offensive line around again before the last home game that I didn't go to. I forget what game that was. I noticed the new center at that time. They moved that 55 Parks outside. Then that home game, they kept that lineup there as well for the last game of the season. So we'll have to see in the playoffs what they do with that line.
Right.
But it did settle down a little bit in those last 2 games with the new format that they had there. So be fascinating. They got a lineman that's from the UFL now. The UFL season ended. Yeah. They brought a lineman in from there, and he had to adjust. I didn't talk to the lineman per se, but I talked to people around him, and it was like, man, I got to adjust to this game compared to playing outdoor football. I got to adjust to this. So his first game was a little shaky, but he's really gotten it down afterwards. You expect a guy of that quality, right, to adjust pretty quickly, as well. So.
Well, and everybody has to adjust. Everything happens quicker in the indoor football league.
Well, you can't.
Offensive lineman.
Yeah, you have responsibilities. Guys can't do stuff at certain times, so you have to worry about the blitz, but you don't have to worry about it like you would in outdoor football because a guy can't leave his spot. Like the defensive lineman can't lift their hands up until that ball snapped. So you don't have to worry about somebody jumping it or something, moving around and stuff like you do in the outside game. But when we come back, second hour, just wanted to set that up for you guys this weekend. Come back, we got tons of NFL watch. We got somebody just became a giant Philadelphia 76ers fan.
Go Sixers.
College football. Problems in North Carolina.
Oh.
This is a fascinating story on what he has done. Because he was the savior, the GM of North Carolina. We'll talk about Joe Lombardi. I like that.
Go back to TV.
He's been fired everywhere he's trying to be. He's trying to be an executive in all these places and just can't keep that job. Come on back, folks. Second hour main event next.